Welcome to Veteran State of Mind. I'm your host, Geraint Jones, and I'm doing an introduction to the introduction. Right, I'll tell you why. Because I'm doing the introduction, well, you'll find out where. The sound quality won't be as good for the introduction as it will be for the podcast. So don't turn off because of the sound quality of the introduction. It will get better. I'm doing the introduction at home, and then the episode is done from a studio with our guest zooming into us. The introduction is quite long, but I'd like you to stick through it, please, because just talking a little bit about like this kind of like mental health side of lockdown and all that kind of stuff. Right, that's introduction. The introduction done. Now time for the introduction. Welcome to Veteran State of Mind. I am your host, Geraint Jones, standing in a motherfucking wardrobe, or a closet, as you say in America. Why am I in a wardrobe / closet? Because it's full of clothes. So I'm hoping it's going to dampen the sound a little bit. Yes, amongst my other talents, I'm also a fucking acoustic genius. Right, why am I in the closet? What are we doing in here? Right, what we are doing in here, hang on. That sounded a bit dodgy, didn't it? Right, put your dicks away. I'm in a closet because we have a new episode and I'm recording the introduction to it, and it's the end of a long day, which is why I'm going to go to my motherfucking notes. Right, I just had a coffee too, but I'll go and do some fizz. Actually, let's have a chat for a minute. Let's have a chat. It's not every day I'm standing in a closet. It's not every day we're in lockdown. I miss you guys. I miss seeing your faces. I miss touching your faces. I miss cuddles. Anyone else missing cuddles? Yeah, I miss a good bro hug. And you know what else I miss? You know those fucking handshakes when you clap your hand in and it fucking just reverberates like the Dylan and whatever his name is, Arnold Schwarzenegger's character in Predator. You know, that's the kind of handshake that I'm talking about. Those are the kind of handshakes that I'm missing. I've got a great guest for you today. This is the first week we're doing 2 episodes a week. So the way we're going to kind of run this for a bit, because you guys are in lockdown. Well, I'm in lockdown too. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm in a fucking closet, aren't I? To try and stop you going mad, to try and stop me going mad, I'm failing. We are going to do 2 episodes a week for the foreseeable future. And that's just because I want to put out some stuff in there. If you're not working, gonna give you gonna give you some stuff to listen to. And if you are working, gonna give you some stuff to keep your spirits up, because you're essential. And yeah, what we're gonna kind of do is do one guest who's gonna be like a Brit, and then we'll do one guest who's an American or a civvy, because you know, they're on the same kind of tier, aren't they? Really, no offense, American friends. So yeah, today good guest. Let's go to some adverts. Don't go anywhere though, because I've got more important stuff to tell you. So just listen to this. Just bear with it. Come on, man. I'm in my fucking closet for you guys. So let's, bear with me, and support these companies, which begin with Frontier Risks Group. Thank you, Frontier Risks Group, for making today's episode possible. They built my wardrobe. They are the home of the world's leading practical training course in security risk management consultancy. Frontier Risks Group is an amalgamation of a number of leading companies in their fields, guided by a team of equal experience and expertise in their respective domains. From security and crisis management, corporate risk, intelligence and analysis, compliance, workplace investigations, trauma response, and training consultancy. If they've got anything to do with security and risk, then they have it covered, basically. If you're a veteran or you're transitioning out the military, check them out, regardless of your rank or background. They work with all kinds of companies, BA Systems, CNN, BBC, Netflix, the lot. And they're doing something really cool at the moment. I really like this about them. They are putting on a series of free webinars at the moment. So if you don't know what a webinar is, it's basically you log in, you watch a seminar or something online. It's like a workshop. Really great idea. And they're putting that on for zero charge. They are not trying to cash in on this situation like some other companies are. So shout out Frontier Risks Group. Check them out. I'll tag them up in my posts at frontierrisks.com. Frontierrisks.com. This episode is also brought to you by Camouflage, spelt with a motherfucking K. Camouflage and Illuminate Designs, as they're now known. You know Camouflage. They are the specialists in surveillance and investigations. you check them out so that they can check out things in your life that need checking out. I should write advertising copy myself, shouldn't I? That was fucking fantastic. If you've got properties need surveilling, if you are a company that needs looking into other people, maybe you need some vehicles tracking, maybe you need some internet searches doing. We've all been locked down for a little bit. Those internet searches are probably going to be getting pretty fucking wild by this point. So put on your dark glasses before that one. But yeah, check them out. Camouflage with a K. Supporters of the podcast. Love them. Great guys. Squaddies, veterans. Support them. Camouflage spelt with a K. And you can get them at camouflage.co.uk. Spelt with a K. And look, guys, we are also brought to you by the one, the only Royal British Legion. The Royal British Legion have got a bunch of stuff going on. Just because we are in lockdown does not mean that they are stopping busting their balls to help veterans and their families. And you know what? They're putting some really good stuff out on social media. So make sure you're following. Forgot. All right, I forgot what the thing is. It's either at Royal British Legion or it's at RBL. I haven't got access to the internet because, as I have mentioned about 20 times now, I'm in my fucking closet / wardrobe. Yeah, check them out, guys, because they've got really good stuff in there. Because all jokes aside, this is a difficult time for a lot of people, and I'm going to have a heartfelt talk in a minute. But look, they've got information on there about dealing with financial difficulties, which is something that a lot of people are going through right now. So check them out, guys. Get over to, just Google Royal British Legion. How about that? How about you get your fucking fingers working and Google Royal British Legion and just make use of what's out there. There's a lot of people out there want to help us veterans. We want to help each other, and we've got great organisations like the Royal British Legion for us too. Right, guys. While we're on the subject of help, we've had a few brothers through, like, I know, not personally, but through the kind of the internet social media community recently. A few brothers have left us by their own hand, right? We need to do a better job of supporting each other. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to pause. Well, hang on, let me finish what I'm saying, then pause. I want you to pause when I'm finished saying this, and I want you to text or call a mate that you haven't spoken to in the last couple of weeks. Someone that you were on tour with, or civvies, if you haven't been on tour with people, just someone that you know, get in touch with people. Right now, a lot of us are locked away, in closets or not, and we're the fucking, there's no cavalry coming from anyone else. We are the cavalry, right? We need to, well, actually, fuck that. That made me feel disgusting. We're not the fucking cavalry, we're the infantry, some of us. But we got to look after each other, lads and lasses, all right? So text your friends, call your friends, FaceTime your friends, send dick pics. Whatever it fucking takes, let's support each other. So all I got to say on that, well, it's not, because we've got a whole fucking podcast coming up, but yeah, come on, but we can do better than what we're doing. So let's step it up. I know it's a fucking hard time, and if you're listening, you are going through a hard time. I will give you bro advice from where I was myself, and drinking doesn't help. So if you're going through a bad time right now and you're in the house, pour whatever you got down the fucking sink, and we'll have a drink when everything is fucking sorted out. How about that? If you got firearms, if you're in America, you're listening, get a mate to look after your firearms. If you can get out, get some fucking fresh air. Get some fresh air, get some fizz. Get out in nature, get some sunlight. Don't become a fucking golem, staying in your fucking house in your fucking 3-week unwashed boxer shorts, crawling around the house. Get outside, lads and lasses. If I say right, from now on, if I say lads, I'm inclusive of lasses, all right? So there's that one on there. But come on, let's get out the fucking house. Let's get some fucking fizz. And this is a difficult time, right? It is a difficult time for everyone. But we can fucking make the most of it, right? Make sure you're learning every day. Pick up a fucking book. Doesn't even have to be one of my books. That's how fucking serious I am about this. Just pick up a fucking book. Do something to fucking learn. Get your body moving. Do not drink and eat shit all day. Please, I'm begging you. I don't want to lose any more fucking of the blokes or the lasses. I want all of us to fucking be able to have big fucking reunions. And then we can get pissed, all right? But don't get pissed on your own. It's just it's no fucking good, all right? That's all I say. I fucking love you, cunts, and I don't want you going anywhere. So, let's leave it at that. Today's guest. You guys like the music at the beginning and the end of the podcast, and if you don't, you haven't told me about it. So good. The lad that made that music, he is a veteran of the rifles. He is a veteran of fucking Sangin, banging Sangin. He was out there the same time as we were further up in Royal Welsh. We were further up in Musakala. So it's always kind of fucking mind blowing when I talk to somebody that was like out there at the same time, because weren't really that many of us out there at the time, really, when you think about it. His name is Babyface James. That's not on his birth certificate. The name on his birth certificate is Alex James. And he is, like I said, a rifleman. He's from Bristol. And he went down the modelling route and the rapping route, which is, the usual route for a squaddy. And he's now living out in New York, but he's in Oklahoma at the moment for the lockdown. And we had a fucking good chat. But yeah, you will know him. He is the guy that made Confessions of a Soldier. And let me ask you this, again, that's when it comes down to supporting. Get on his Spotify, listen to his tracks, stream his tracks, share his tracks, Babyface James. And while you're out there, might as well share the podcast too. Let's bring some more friends into this. All right, I've been talking for a while now. Who knew that I would love standing in a fucking closet this much and talking? Guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the podcast. I love you all. Be safe. Wash your hands. And I look forward to giving you all hugs when this is done. Cue the music.
I won't forget it. That feeling of acceptance. I can be the guy that's looking back with knowledge as my weapon. Cause it's inside of you and it's inside of me. The real killer in depression is to suffer silently. The journey's rough, the road is long. You've just got to accept you haven't got to see the whole staircase. Just the first step.
Alex, welcome to the podcast, mate.
What's going on, my bro? How's it going?
Not much, mate. It's good to see someone that isn't my mum and brother. No offence to him.
No mate, I'm shacked up.
But
I'm shacked up with my missus and her mum, so I feel you, bro.
You're in Oklahoma?
Yeah, it's great, man. I flew out here 3 weeks ago. Nah, more, a month ago. Just because my missus came back for a share concert with her mum. She got tickets for Christmas, and then I was like, well, New York was it's just a shithole. There's just everything just stood still. There was no work, there was no studio, so I couldn't do nothing. So I thought, well, just either be stuck doing nothing in New York without my missus, or go to Oklahoma where I can see her. So basically,
what you're saying is you made the decision with your penis, as all men do, mate. Was it like that scene? Was it like that scene on I Am Legend when he's at the pier and everyone was like fucking. Everyone's like, fighting to get on helicopters and that. But mate, like, no, that's not the like man, because you live in Manhattan, don't you? No?
We just moved over. Well, I lived in Manhattan for the first. So I lived in New York for since July 10th, 2018, and I lived in Manhattan for the first year and a bit, and then we moved over to Brooklyn just because we wanted to try it, and that was a fucking mistake.
What part of Brooklyn?
Williamsburg.
Oh, so the hipster part of town.
Mate, it's all full of vegans fucking talking about one love with beads and white people with dreadlocks. It fucking boils my piss. It really annoys me, bro.
Mate, it's fucking really weird. So when I first went to New York, I knew two people that lived in New York. So I stayed with my mate Sebastian. He's in Williamsburg. And then I was like, right, I'm going to visit my friend Mike. And I met Mike in LA. Put Mike's fucking address. I put Mike's address into the GPS. He lived like fucking 200 yards down the street. I come in all of New York. I knew two blokes. They're like 2 blocks away from each other, mate. It's fucking, it's mental. But yeah,
I lived all over it. It's good.
It's not the place to be right now, though, is it?
Is it? Fuck.
No.
It's dog shit. No one. Well, even before I left, and it was like when it was like the it was all rising. No one gave a fuck. Everyone was just going out, going to the shops, and going about their daily lives, and not taking nothing seriously. So it's not surprising. It's a complete, it's the hub. It's like one of the worst places in the world right now.
Yeah, figures, mate. If you've been to a bodega, right, which is basically corner shops for people. Imagine if you're British. Imagine a corner shop. It's a corner shop, but there's a butty section in there, ran by a guy who hasn't washed his hands since the Korean War.
In 6 months.
So if you've been in there, you're fucking immune to anything.
Mate,
if you've had a sandwich at one of those places.
If you've had a sandwich from one of them bodegas, it's kind of like if you're in England, it's kind of like one of them off licenses that just crammed full of shit. But like you say, with like a butty bar at the back. If you eat from there, you got an immune system like the CIA firewall. You ain't getting through that shit. There's no chance, mate. You are immune to anything.
What I like about those places, though, mate, is like you just fucking duck in there, grab a fucking beer, You know, it's just like I like the fact that you can just buy like those giant ass beers and then just fucking because they don't seem to. Is there like an open container law in New York? Because they don't seem to give a fuck about it. If there is.
Fuck yeah. I mean, people don't talk about it because people don't do it. You know what I mean?
But it is in Williamsburg because it's like a hipster area. I imagine. I can't remember seeing many police in Williamsburg. It's not really somewhere.
Oh mate, they're everywhere.
Are they? Fucking hell.
Yeah,
Just avoid them. I mean, I'm a king.
It's like, I mean, I remember once. Yeah, exactly. I remember once we were on our way to a bar, and I had a Miller Lite, which is like a driving beer in it.
Yeah.
Right. And when they get cash point, went to a cash point, and I went to take my can with me, and the geezer was in the car. I was like, "Don't fucking take your can! Oh my god, you'll be fucking thrown in. You'll be, you know, they'll bury you and fucking they'll forget you even." I was like,
he's aware that you're white though, right? Because
yeah, but I mean, yeah, exactly. But I mean, I don't really do myself any favors.
Yeah, that's the tattoos, mate. Yeah. So for anyone not
over in New York,
anyone not watching the video, which is probably most people, Alex is head to foot tattoos, basically, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking covered in them. I left the army in 2013 and just went a bit fucking nuts with the ink. Like I just went a bit mad.
I mean, like we've both done that, mate. I'm fucking sat here with a big beard and long hair. You're covered in tattoos. It's if we'd been told to have tattoos and long hair, we wouldn't have had them.
Exactly. It's so fucking true. Yeah, exactly. If it wasn't an issue, no one would have done it. But I'm trying to grow facial hair. For those who ain't watching, what you can see here is about fucking 2 weeks growth, and it looks like someone's parked a fucking bike on my chin. It's abysmal, but I'm not giving in. I'm trying to
keep
do
going,
it,
mate.
but
If you live in places like Oklahoma, like the patchy beards and stuff is acceptable out there.
It's the whole. It's fucking crazy, mate.
So
go
Oklahoma,
go fishing for catfish with your hands.
Well, I was going to say, man, isn't Oklahoma where Tiger King was? That was Oklahoma, wasn't it?
Yeah, Tiger King is from this gaff from around the corner. He's I'll be honest with you, it's all I've fucking seen. Obviously, in quarantine, you're pretty much glued to your phone, aren't you?
Yeah.
My
social media use, mate, is gone. I wouldn't want to know what my screen time is right now.
Oh, fuck that. No way. But everyone's like ramming Tiger King down your throat. Like, watch the Tiger King. It's so amazing. It's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. Mate, I watched maybe an episode and a half and I thought, I would fucking strangle the life out of this cunt and all the cunts involved in it. I can't bear another 5 minutes.
Right, well, this interview is over. I fucking love a Tiger King, mate.
I can't bear it. You're one of them, bro. You've drank the Kool-Aid. I can't stand this Tiger King geezer. Anyway, cut to it's fucking everywhere, and you can't escape it.
That's my feed, that is, mate. I'm good,
mate.
I'm good for a couple of Tiger King memes every day.
Bro, the Tiger King is like thrush. You think you got rid of it and it comes back stronger.
So my
instant.
feed at the moment is I'll do a couple of posts about Tiger King, then I'll do a couple of posts about overreaching government and tyranny. Then I'm back on a Tiger King. Then I might put a Baby Yoda thing up there. But did you see that, mate? Did you see what was it called? Mandalorian.
No, what's that?
Mate, so Mandalorian's what Baby Yoda's from. It's a series. It's on that new Disney network. I watched it while I was in the States. Fucking binged it. It was really good, mate. Like, cause I like the old school Star Wars. Then I went off it, but this new Mandalorian's really good. I didn't really
understand that Baby Yoda. I just thought it was some fucking internet craze.
Well, I mean, it's basically an amazing market employed by Disney because what they did was chuck this fucking.
They smashed it.
Yeah, chuck this gorgeous little thing. Then everyone shares it. And all the merchandising and stuff. They're not daft, Disney. Like, because it doesn't do fuck all in the show. It's just chucked it in there for.
I'm shocked, yeah.
But that's
it's probably like those guys from the Matrix. Remember the guys from the Matrix 2 with the dreads? Before the movie came out, everyone went fucking bonkers, and they were in the movie for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, fuck. Was it freestylers or something? Was it those guys?
Something like that. And then boom, chicka chicka freestyler.
Yeah.
Like albino dudes with the dreads, and they got blown up in like fucking 8 seconds.
I managed to forget about that, mate. So let's jump back.
But it's the same sort of premise.
Yeah, let's jump back, mate. Let's jump back to the army because I don't know about you, mate. Some days I totally forget about the fact that I was in the army because like I know you got a lot going on with your art too. We're going to come to that. Talk us through it, mate. How the fuck did you end up? How did you end up in the army? Like, how did that become a career for you?
Well, it was interesting because I was a fucking horrible teenager. Shitbag. like most of us infantry geezers was. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you're from America or you're from the UK or wherever you're from. If you're in infantry from a young age, it's quite a high possibility that you were a bit of a shitbag. I mean, at some, you know, you're either smoking weed at a young age or stealing cars or smashing windows or doing something stupid that you shouldn't have been doing. Anyway, I was doing all of that. You know, I was just an unruly teenager, and you know, my mum's friends were all like, "Oh, he's going to end up in prison," or you know, all this kind of stuff. And then my mum was like, I must have been 13, 14 years of age. And you have to be 15 in 7 months, as you know. It's the earliest you can start and join and do all your application, your paperwork, and all that shit. And I came home one day from school with like a booklet thing that they give you down the careers office. My stepdad was cooking, and I walked in, and like on my parents' faces, just that usual look of fuck this kid, man. Again, he's just coming from school. What next? What's he done now? And I gave him the booklet. I was like, this is what I'm going to do. And they both just looked at each other and went, fucking right. Yes. Yes. So that was me. I was like, yeah, happy days. I got mega fit. Mega fit. My mum was really supportive, actually. She was like, this is the best thing for you. 100% the best thing for you.
Were you doing sports or anything like that beforehand? Were you playing sports?
Yeah, so I played a high level rugby. So my granddad's from my mum's side of the family all from South Africa. So rugby was like really like instilled for me from a young age. My granddad had high hopes for me to play like rugby professionally or at a high level. I was playing at a decent level when I was a youngster. So I was fit anyway. I captained my school team. And then my mum sent me to this personal trainer. Shout out Tom Rendell from Clifton College in Bristol for he was full screw in the Royal Marines and a PTI.
Well, Marine PTI, was he?
Yeah, he was a Marine PTI. And he just took me for a thrashing one day. My mum paid like 60 quid. He took me for a thrash, and he gave me an extra hour for free. I never forget this geezer.
Probably fucking enjoyed it, mate.
Yeah, he probably enjoyed it.
Fucking like their pervs for PT there.
Oh, they love it, don't they? And he was like, look, you are fit. You're fit, but you'll never be fit enough to do this job. He wrote me a diet. He wrote me a training plan. He wrote me the whole bunch. So I went and I did it. Turned up to fucking depot. I went to ATR Basingbourne. And I was fucking 15 and 7 months. I started it all off, and I was fit as fuck. And I smashed basic training, and I loved it, absolutely loved it. And everyone at my school was like, I went to like an art school, like it was like music, art, and drama.
Really?
And all that shit.
That's interesting, because I've never really heard like what's the crack with an art school then? How do you get into one? How does that end up being a thing? And where were you living, by the way, too? Where were you living? I
was in Bristol.
All right.
He was in Bristol. Right. Yeah. So I mean, it wasn't like the fucking school in Step Up, where everyone's like playing violins in the hallway and fucking like doing pirouettes. Been watching
Tiger King. I don't watch Step Up.
Oh, mate. It was a regular school, but they had like a lot of funding for like a brand new dance and drama studio built, and like loads of new instruments and stuff like that. And they really pushed the arts, you know, more so than any other school would in the.
So is that like extracurricular rather than like being the main program?
No, it's like it isn't the main curriculum, but it was like it would be in any other school, but the teachers were like brought in, I think, from like really good dance and like drama and music backgrounds. Like the music and dance block was in the same block, and they were like hugely funded. There's so much money was pumped into that to like give those like artsy kids like an opportunity to like really pursue that and they took it seriously as well, as like people can make a living out of this sort of stuff. So they really pushed it, and I was cool. In a band, played the drums, I like sang in a band and stuff as well. So like that was obviously, and I played the drums from a young age as well. But then I was always really active, and then out of nowhere, boom, army, and it just hit me. It was just like, this is what I'm going to go and do. And so everyone was just like,
how did you decide on infantry?
Well, I wanted to go as soon as possible, which meant not getting any qualifications. And I was like, I remember thinking, do you know what's funny as well? I remember thinking, if I wanted to be an engineer, I'd just be an engineer.
Yeah. I mean, there's only one place you can do the infantry, like the infantry, right? In the army. Like if I wanted to fucking work with dogs, I'd work with dogs. Yeah. If I wanted to, you know what I mean? If I wanted to fucking anything. If you wanted to be a security guard at Tesco, you join the RAF regiment. Yeah, exactly. If someone's got to guard the naffy, innit, when you're out on tour. But so I thought, well, look, there's only one place that I'm going to get to fucking, close and engage and kill the enemy, and that's joining the fucking military as an infantry.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get to do that anywhere else. So I thought that was the basic thing. Now my mum was like, I'm not having you going in the infantry. So I bullshitted my mum. Because I joined, obviously when I joined up, it was still Royal Green Jackets, LI, because I joined just before 2007, just when they were coming back from Iraq. So when I went down the careers office, it was the Royal Green Jackets. And by the time I got to depot, they had amalgamated into the rifles. So I said to my mum, oh, it's like a mechanized infantry battalion. The one I wanted to go to was 4 rifles, Green Jacket Battalion. I was like, no, mum, look, they work with tanks. It's a mechanized unit. It's a mechanized unit. Obviously, everyone trains as a soldier.
Yeah.
And she's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I signed the fucking paperwork and I was off, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was just, I was like, yeah, I just couldn't understand why I would want to be in the army doing anything than what a soldier would do.
I don't get it, mate. Like, so it was 4 rifles were in Iraq when I did my first tour there. And my first,
was that Telek 10?
No, Telek 10 was 4 rifles. So sorry, it was 2 rifles that was on my first one, Telek 9.
Okay, yeah.
So I did 9 and 10. And and the reason why this kind of ties what I was saying, on 9, I was doing an infantry job, but we weren't doing like the strike ops and that, what they were. And I was like, why am I out here if I'm not doing those fucking ops? So I stayed on to do 10. Which is when 4 rifles. We had A Company 4 rifles as part of our battle group.
Basra Palace, wasn't it?
Yeah, like so 4 rifles were at Basra Palace, and we had A Company with us, and our B Company we're down there at the Palace. And yeah, like that for me, mate. I'm like, why am I in Iraq if I'm not doing strike ops, and if I'm not doing these ops? Like, might as well be at home. Like, I can stag on it. I can stag on it. Not that you get away with doing stag even when you are doing strike ops and stuff. You know, stag unfortunately, and wanking in sangas is a part of life. For the infantry soldier. But yeah, mate, I'm the same way, mate. I just can't, like, no offence to anyone out there, no, plenty of fine gentlemen who have joined the engineers or whatever. And you know what, mate? I've always thought that that's one of the reasons that there's, like, the highest number of, I think it's the highest number of people, I can't remember if it's before or after the paras, that end up in the SAS is engineers. And I've always thought that must be...
I've heard this.
Yeah, because there's probably a lot of them get there to the engineers, and then they're like, well, actually, why am I in the army if I'm not doing the kind of the more combat-y stuff? So then they go for it. Whereas I think if you're in the infantry, like, you're already kind of like, well, I'm already kicking in doors and shooting people, so yeah, fuck it.
Might as well just, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fuck
I mean, when I was in depot, I went to Basingbourne as a junior entry. And I was the fucking youngest guy there in my platoon. I was the fucking youngest guy. I remember the NCOs would come up and go, what the fuck are you doing here? I was just like, I'm here to smash it, like, you know, type attitude. And there we go for a fag break or whatever. At the NAFI, they got like little bus stops. You know, when we're in depot, you got little bus stops.
Well, I never went, mate, because I came through the back door for a dirty stab, didn't I? Came through the back door.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, he looked at me in disgust, then, listeners.
But we'd see remps that were fucking like joining the signals and that, and they'd be like, "Oh, infantry guys, all fucking thick as fuck. Get a trade, and all this and all that." And and there was a part of you that thinks, "Fuck." And then my NCO, we had one NCO that was infantry, and he was 4 Scots Highlanders, and he was a fucking savage. And the rest, we had a fucking signals, a full crew from the signals. We had a medic, and want to say Remy. And the medic was a sound guy. Corporal Darton, his name was, and Corporal Smith was the Scotsman. And they were fucking like, "You are infantry, bro. Don't fucking listen to the other screws. They're fucking losers, bro," and all this and all that. And it was literally pretty much this one full screw just took us through all the infantry stuff out of the whole platoon. Yeah. And it was just like, yeah, fuck it. But then there was another geezer as well. What I will say about guys that are in a trade cap badge, there's a geezer that I know who was in the Royal Signals, and he was based in Tidworth. And he was a signaller, but he went on tour a couple of times. He's out now. He's a tattoo artist. And he saw a lot of contacts, a lot of combat stuff in his career. And you call him a remp and he goes, "Wind your neck in. Let me tell you about my fucking tours I've done. I've done this, I've done that." And you go, "All right, cool. No, fair enough."
Yeah, no, it's fair enough, mate, because there are
geezers that come through in those traded roles, and it's just like, credit where it's
Yeah,
due. And
but
like you said, a lot of Royal Engineers end up in 2-2 and stuff. So.
Yeah, and there's RLC drivers, we talk about Basra Palace when we used to do resupplies to the Basra Palace. The RLC drivers, they got to drive through that corridor that you just opened up and get RPG'd and everything. So it is the case.
Yeah.
But the infantry
Definitely.
does have a trade, and it's the trade of death. So we like
the trade of death. The devil's two-eyed sea, mate.
There is a fucking trade there. It's like we have a trade of killing people. Like that's what we're fucking good at. Yeah, mate. It takes all the fucking different parts to make things work. My fucking
you can't be an infantry without the RLC.
Yeah, my great uncle, he was in the forerunner to the RLC. He was at Dunkirk and he was at D-Day +4, I think. I'm going to tell him that he was a fucking Rev. Do you know what I mean? See more contacts than John Rambo. So that's how it is, mate.
No, it's so true. It's so true.
Where did you go to? Is it like? Oh, and the other thing I would say is just because you're in the infantry doesn't mean you're not a shitbag. There's plenty of fucking there's plenty of fucking cowardly shitbags in the infantry.
Do you know what? Actually, whilst we're on this topic, do you know something that fucking boils my piss more than anything? I came through depot in 2007 when, the geezers that went through depot 10 years before me will be like, it was fucking, you get cuddled and you get fucking looked after and it's not as hard, and that's fair enough. And I watch these documentaries now, like these young soldiers that go in, and you can just tell how easy depot is compared to when I went through it. Mm-hmm. And you just think, fucking hell.
They're not doing him any favours, mate, because unfortunately, even though you can make depot easier, you can never make war easier.
This is exactly my point.
You're going to kill him with kindness, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and perfectly put. And I remember my platoon sergeant at Basingbourne was like, I remember on our first night out on the field, you don't even take a weapon system. You just go out and you go, right, this is how you put a poncho up. This day scratch your balls without no one hearing you, type of thing. And he says, I've taken 6 or 7 fucking, 6 or 7 platoons through training and whatever. They start with a platoon, then they go off to another platoon. And when you're in depot and anyway, he goes, you lot are going to get fucking hammered. Well, you're young and you're joining the infantry and you need to know how to take a fucking beating.
And mate, the fact is, when you were going through depot, fucking Iraq was no joke, mate. Afghan was no joke. People were coming home with bags. Like, it was no joke. And
it was like a case of, people are going through depot for a reason.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It boggles my mind how people can. It pisses me off, to be honest, that the BBC will go and do fucking documentaries at ITC Catterick, being like, this young lad is from Durham, is missing his mum and dad, and his mum and dad are like, we miss him, and he's joining the fucking army. He's not, it's an army to fight wars.
Yeah.
You're not handing out fucking biscuits at an old people's home. You're going to fight and kill terrorists.
Well, mate, this is one of the problems I have with the recruiting campaigns and stuff now. They put all this emphasis on humanitarian stuff. And it's like, yeah, that's great. We should do stuff like that when we can. But the first and foremost reason that we have an army is to kill cunts. And to fucking brutally... there's no nice way of killing someone. People have this idea, you shoot someone and you drop someone, and it's like, that makes a mess.
Okay, on to the next. Yeah, that makes a mess.
It makes a mess. There's no nicer stuff. All this fucking so touchy-feely... You're touchy-feely recruiting, and then you're touchy-feely training. You're just setting that person up to be either fucked in the head or dead on the battlefield, in my opinion. And my opinion is usually right, so fuck off anyone who disagrees.
Fuck you, I love that. Fuck them. I totally agree. Like, when the bullets start flying and it's a 2-way range, you're going to have geezers in a ditch digging in with their eyelids because they're fucking shit scared because they ain't fucking prepared. They're not fucking prepared for what's coming down range. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, how can you breed this into new guys coming in as infantry soldiers? Fuck it, not even as infantry soldiers, as chefs, as signallers. Because if the shit really hits the fan, these guys are gonna have to take their chef whites off, pick a weapon system up, and close engage and kill the enemy. Yeah. If you breed this snowflake mentality into these recruits, regardless of age or background, it should be back to the way, if you don't make the cut and you start fucking flagging behind, they fuck you off. Yeah. Because, I can't understand how you would want to have... It's like this. It's like, I wouldn't feel as proud as a soldier if someone like it used to fuck with me when people go, Depot is nothing compared to what it was when I went through it.
Yeah, because you're kind of like, well, I wish I had gone through the other one. It's like,
Yeah,
you're like,
exactly.
it wasn't my choice. It wasn't my choice to make it easier. I want it hard. Well, hang on.
Yeah, I want it hard, so I'm.
But like
I want it hard, so I'm a more effective soldier. I'm a more effective. Do you know what I mean? And it's just, you get to your unit, and even getting to your unit from Depot is fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah, I think that's more terrifying than actually fucking contacts, mate. Going in, like. First time walking up to a fucking company of blokes, like, especially for you, like, because you went to your battalion had just come back from Iraq, right? Was it 4 Rifles you went to? Or?
4 Rifles, yeah.
Yeah,
I went to 4 Rifles.
So you went to a battalion that had just come back from Iraq. That's the worst time to go to a fucking unit when they've just come through. And like, for anyone that doesn't know, Telic 10 was a fucking lick out. Like, to put it mildly, like Basra Palace, where 4 Rifles and B Company 2 Royal Welsh were, was the most attacked place in Iraq in 2007. Like, it used to rain mortars. Like, that doesn't rain in Iraq except fucking mortars. It used to rain mortars.
Yeah.
There was fucking more IEDs than you could shake a fucking shitty stick at, and constant fucking ops. And 4 Rifles lost a lot of guys. 2 Royal Welsh lost guys. Both of our battle groups lost a lot of guys. It was fucking hard work. And to be a fucking young lad coming into that situation, mate, I can't even imagine.
Well, I rocked up in 2008, so they've been back for a little while, I think. But I remember my first day like it was fucking yesterday. And do you know what happened? Oh, mate, it was pants. I turned up. I was. Do you know what the worst thing is as well? I was the only geezer that went to that unit at that time. There was 3 other geezers. Sam Geddy, fucking Steve Tregajoe, and Dean Walker, and me from Depot went to 4 Rifles. Now, them 3 went 2 weeks ahead of me. I had to stay back for there was some admin I had to do or something at fucking Depot, and everyone, like, we passed out, and then everyone fucked off, and I had to stay back and do some admin or something. I can't remember what it was, but I rocked up, and we went to different companies or different platoons anyway. I turned up, shitting myself, black grip bag, crow bag, them horrible gipping.
Oh, mate, disgusting. That you have to hold it. First time you pick them up, all the seams split and everything. Who the fuck built? What kind of criminal built those fucking bags, man?
They are designed to be spotted at train stations, so guys can go fucking crow bag. But I turned up to the unit, and I got to the unit, and my fucking company sergeant major went, right, go home, 2 weeks leave. Oh. I was like, what? Why? He goes, you're going to do rear party. We're going on leave. You can go do rear party.
Why?
I've got to wait another 2 weeks before I meet anyone.
What were they going? Was this pre-deployment for Afghan? Was it?
No, it wasn't even pre-deployment for Afghan. We didn't, because I was there all for the pre-deployment training. Right. I can't remember what it was. It might have been fucking summer leave or something. It was something weird. Anyway, they sent me home for 2 weeks. I went home to 2 weeks. 2 weeks leave. Got on the fucking bus, Salisbury train station. Rang my mum. She was like, "How's your first day? You all right?" I was like, "I'm coming home." She was like, "Why?" Like, "I've been put on rear party." And then she was like, "What's that?" I was like, "I'm guarding the camp." She goes, "Well, that's an honour." I was like, "It's dog shit." What it is.
Positive. I like the reframe there, man. But you know what it is, mate? Yeah. Like, it's at this starter point though. That's this point where you begin to realise that the army isn't as organised as you think. Because I've had it before. I turned up to go to Herrick 9 or Herrick 10, whatever it was, the one before I actually ended up doing. I turned up. They're like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "I'm here to go to Afghan." They're like, "We didn't know you fucking coming." Like, they had no idea. And the same thing happened when I turned up to go to Iraq. They're like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Corporal Jones, sir." "And what are you doing here?" "I want to go to Iraq." "Oh, do you?" "All right, well, right. I don't know, we'll figure something out." Like, the army hasn't got a fucking clue what's going on, is my point. Like, everyone always uses that phrase, it runs like a well-oiled fucking military machine. The military machine has got one wheel on it, and it's fucking going around in circles with bits falling off all over the place.
Squeaky ones at Tesco, it just does its own thing.
Yeah, mate, this idea of a well-oiled machine, anyone that ever says that, they've never been anywhere near the fucking military.
Well, you know when you put all your stuff in MFO boxes before you go on tour?
Yeah.
I put all my stuff in MFO boxes before I went on tour. I came back, I had no MFO boxes. I had no kit.
It's fucking on eBay, that nothing. Was, mate.
Trust me. I had no kit. I was just nominal. We had a fucking parade first thing back. And they were like, right, let's have a kit inspection. I had a fucking entrenching tool pouch and a mess tin. I was like, where's your kit? I was like, well, I don't fucking know. It's been nicked.
But then you probably got charged for it, though, did you?
Oh, I got fucking thrown around the room like a wet tracksuit.
Yeah, like, because it was your fault, because you were fucking guarding that fucking ISO container the 6 months you were on the other side of the world.
Fucking, it's garbage. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. But I remember, the pre-deployment training for Afghan was fucking horrendous.
Yeah. Well, there was a good. They to be fair, mate. By then, because I've done 3 packages, did 2 full packages of pre-deployment training, like 1 part 1. And to be fair, by 2009, they had it fucking pretty squared away because they had the compounds built by then and stuff. You remember those compounds on Salisbury Plain?
Yeah.
And like it was. I think the pre-deployment packages then were. Like my pre-deployment training package for Afghan Iraq in 2006. We drive around and someone just throw a smoke grenade at you in Otterburn in the middle. Like it was not, but like the Afghan one was a lot better. I thought.
Yeah, the Afghan one was gleaming. We went to that fucking place in East Anglia, and it was like a proper Afghan village, like
Thetford,
a bazaar.
Yeah, it's Thetford.
That was fucking.
Yeah. No, it was awesome. It was awesome, mate. It was awesome.
It was amazing. We had it was crazy though, because when we got to Afghan, we was in Inkerman, FOB Inkerman, and then our fucking whole sort of mission statement for the whole tour pretty much was to open up the supply route on the 611 between Jackson and Inkerman.
So just to explain to people, Jackson and Inkerman, these are quite large patrol bases, or would you count them as forward operating bases? Yeah. Forward operating bases. So
Jackson
pretty big,
had fresh off every day.
Oh, did it?
Jackson had fresh off every day. Yeah, Jackson was gleaming. Inkerman was not far behind. And then we was in Inkerman for about, I don't know, I can't remember, 7 weeks at the beginning of the tour. And then we got tasked to go and set up patrol bases. So we fought our way into these fucking compounds, which took a couple of days. I mean, ring of steel on the fucking main road, and then we had to fill HESCO, from the bottom to the top. And we just had to occupy it.
And this is summer 2009, is it?
Yeah, it was April. So it was October. Yeah, we deployed in October 2009, and we came back in April 2010. So we
were at the same time, mate.
Yeah, was we?
Yeah. It was the same time. We went in July 2009 and came back in February 10. We kind of like we were over too. So yeah, we fucking.
So yeah, it was horrendous pig. That fucking fighting into these patrol bases. But the problem was, I tell you, my biggest problem as a squad is I was a fucking mate in Afghan. I was all over it. I was a valor man. There was a phone call. He says a fucking message came from battle group that they needed a valor man, a competent valor man to lead a op loan through the desert. It trickled down through the system, and my fucking name got pinged. He's all over it. Send him back. Send him the fucking income for a couple. Send him back to Bastion for a few days. Get him a pizza, and he'll do the job for you.
Yeah, just explain to people listening what a valor man is, mate.
A valor man is a front man. He's the first guy through the door, but he's also the guy that operates the Vallon, which is a metal detector to detect IEDs, to basically provide a safe and secure route for the blokes to maneuver and do their jobs on the ground. So my job was to clear a safe route for an enormous convoy from Camp Bastion to FOB Jackson. I can't remember how fucking far it was, but it took a few days.
Yeah,
we were ball bagged, absolutely fucking chin strapped, a lot of us. It was funny actually. We had a sergeant major with us who hadn't been out on the ground. We met him in Bastion, and he was like, "Right, who's the valor men? Cool, up to you guys." And I remember we went out on the ground, and I found a daisy chain IED, like pretty early on into the patrol. I'd been out on the ground for 4 months doing the fuck, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I was like, right, Mark and Boyd. I was like, right.
It's funny how chilled out you can become about a daisy chain IED at that point.
This sergeant major. My God, many poos shot out of his anus. He was flapping. Yeah. He was like, nobody move. He had the goggles on, fresh combat. Like, chill out.
The thing is about those IEDs, mate, is the pressure pads, right? So usually pressure pads. So if you haven't, if it hasn't gone off, it ain't going off. Like, yeah. Like, and like at that point, it's like it's the equivalent of, if you've got a fucking if I drive a fucking pickup truck through a crowd of people, it's going to kill people. But if that pickup truck's just standing there not moving next to me, it's no danger, right?
It's no danger.
And it's as mad as this seems to people, right? An IED, it's like this thing that will blow you into fucking pink mist. If you're not standing on the pressure pad, it's actually no danger. Like,
it's no danger at all.
Like,
yeah.
You know,
it's not until you stand on it. Then you're fucked.
But if you can stand where you are and have a chill, that's all right.
And that was what the. But the funny thing is, as well, I found out about that particular operation was the Taliban would put their more sort of competent members more in places where there were FOBs, patrol bases, where there was a lot more activity with ISAF forces. Do you know what I mean? Like where they could take out more ISAF forces.
Well, it's the same as where we work, mate. Same way we
exactly
work.
The same sort of thing. But the thing with so being on the ground, like competent valor man, smashed it and all that kind of stuff. I was all over it in Afghan. Come back to camp. Oh mate, I was a fucking human question mark. I was a complete dropkick. But I remember once.
Hang on, mate. Hang on. We can't go through Afghan that. We can't go through Afghan that fast, right?
No. We ain't finished with Afghan yet. Not by a long stretch. It's just a comparison between. Yeah. Put it like this: I was on the sick for something. I can't remember what it was, but I was on the sick for something, and I've been on the sick for a couple of days. And the blokes had it was an 8 mile CFT before in the morning. Oh fuck! Where have you gone? Oh, there you are.
Still here.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah, they had an 8 mile CFT in the morning, and I was on the 6, so I was up middle of the night. They had to be on parade at fucking 0650 for a CFT, and I decided to go and make something in the kitchen, set fire to a fucking kebab, and the entire battalion was out on the fucking on the rugby pitch, outside the sergeant's mess, parading. And I was like, fuck, I don't know what happened. Yeah,
were you down? Was it Bulford you were? Was it Bulford for?
Yeah, I was in Bulford, yeah.
Yeah, because we were in Tidworth. Those fire alarms, mate,
literally just down the road.
They'd go off for everything. You take a shower, and and the fire alarms would, but they wouldn't, because the mist would go into the thing. Because we had that slam accommodation, the single living accommodation there. And it'd be like, it would go off, and it was like every fucking 20 minutes, everyone's on parade outside the fucking thing. It was a night. It's stuff like that that makes you want to leave, and you're just like, I can't handle any more parades when someone has a shower. I'm out. I'm off. The worst part was we were in the bridge. So you know how like an H block? So like my platoon was across the bridge that connected the battalion together. So obviously the alarm goes off at 3 a.m. Everyone's on the football pitch. And then we come back to I'm like, fuck, I don't know what happened. Come back to the accommodation, and 2 of my junior NCOs were stood in the corridor like, right, lads, bit of integrity. It fucking stank of burning smoke in that. I was like, fuck's sake. Everyone but me was on a CFT. They were pissed. They're like, why are you such a fucking monk? But like Afghan, I actually loved it. There's something I wrote about, mate, in Brothers in Arms was you got different types of soldiers. You got camp soldiers. You got soldiers. You got tour soldiers, and there's some soldiers that love camp and they love they love tour too. But for me, mate, I would have stayed on tour for fucking years quite happily. But being in camp, mate, people would get more upset about you walking on the grass in camp than they would about you walking onto a pressure plate in Afghan. Seems to me. It seemed to me that the more important thing in life was that grass was more important than my legs. That's how I felt in the army.
Fucking shocking, isn't it? Peacetime Hmong, wartime hero.
Yeah, but like, you know what, mate? But like,
I remember going on R&R and thinking. I remember I got to the NAFI. I went back to camp. I got my mum picked me up from Bryce Norton and that. Went home. Got on the fucking train. Went straight back up to Bulford. See some of the lads that were from B&R company, because A company went with 3 rifles. So I went up to see some of the lads from B&R company, go out on the piss with them. And I remember I got to the NAFI, and the fucking proper sergeant was in the NAFI, and he was like, "How you doing, mate? How's your tour?" I was like, "Mate, I just want to get back. Fuck this. I've been on R&R for 24 hours, and I just want to get back out on the ground."
I'm a big believer that we shouldn't have R&R, mate. I don't think R&R is good for anybody.
I don't think it is either. It fucking distracts you.
It distracts you. The other thing as well is, mate, it's like once you've got that R&R rotation in place, you're limited as a company what you can do, because you've got so many blokes out of the fucking picture. So all of a sudden, you've basically got, like, by the time you've got your guys that are going away, the guys that are coming back, and the guys that are actually away, you lose like a lot, especially if you're in like a company location, you lose a lot of impetus of what you can do, because you haven't 100%. Got, you're basically down at least a multiple, probably a platoon in essence. So like you can't do the same ops, which means you give the fucking forward momentum to the enemy. For what? To go home and fucking bag off? Like, it's not worth it. Mate. And like, all that happens is like, you know, one of my fucking, you know, like a couple of my best mates got blown up when I was fucking on R&R. Fucking
yeah,
like,
I lost a guy.
So always doing on my, like, well, luckily he pulled through, but all you're doing on your R&R there, mate, is like fucking going, I want to go home. And by home, I mean you want to go on the ground. That's your
back
home.
To the fucking PV. Yeah, you just want to get back out on the ground.
So I think it's a terrible idea, mate. I really don't think it's a good idea.
It's fucking shocking. I hated it. My best army mate, Kieran Haywood, got shot in the face when I was on the train up to fucking go and see the blokes back in Bulford. I got a phone call from one of the guys. He'd just done the NCO Carter, and he phoned me. I was on the train. He goes, "Right, you sitting down?" I was like, "Fuck."
Oh shit.
He goes, "Right, Corporal Haywood's been shot in the face. He's all right. He's alive, but someone else, unfortunately, has been killed." And I was like, "Well, who is it?" And it was Carlo Apollos. He lost his life. And then another guy, Tom Keogh, he fucking was killed as well when I was on the R&R. In my if he was from my platoon. I was fucking like that. I was boiling. My blood was boiling. I was like, I just want to get the fuck back. I want to get the fuck out of here.
And you know what, mate?
It's not good, man.
So that kind of stuff that's what fucks your head up. Like, because
you just think like, you know,
you're like, you just want to be there with your boys. You feel like, mate, or this is how I feel. You feel like a coward because you weren't there. And you didn't choose to not be there, but that's like the way that
you feel like you let your boys down.
Yeah, the way that an infantry soldier thinks. That's like how you
think.
Yeah,
you just think, you feel fucking like, you almost feel like you've just jacked on the whole platoon.
Like, I do think.
Do you know what I mean?
I do think that it's important, like, to give people a break from the front line, but you can do that by just literally just saying like, right, this next mail run, you lads are going to go back. You can have a few days. We want you to go back. Because the thing is as well, mate, you know who needs a break in the platoon, right? Right. And you can be like, right, lads, you're going to do everyone a favour. You're going to go back. We want you to nick some fucking gym equipment. We want you to fucking nick some fucking crates. You give them a purpose. And you send them back. Maybe they get to fucking bag off one of the banging fucking Navi chicks. Who knows?
Yeah, one of the chicks in a Sodexo polo top. Fucking
with their fucking 20 rolls. But like, maybe you send them back to do that, mate, and you give them a break because they know they're not going to get fucking smashed for a couple of days. But then you bring them back in. The idea of sending someone back out 2 weeks. I wonder how many people fucking like... We had lads, right, who turned up and their missuses didn't turn up to pick them up. Guess what? You haven't got a missus anymore. Oh, yeah, that R&R did his head a lot of good, didn't it? And then he gets to spend the next 2 weeks knowing someone's smashing his wife and he doesn't get to kill anyone. Like, it's not good, mate. If you're going to find out your missus has binned you, at least be somewhere you can kill someone.
I totally agree. I think if you've been carrying a gympie for fucking 4 months, 5 days a week, with 2 days off, I think, and the only 2 days you're off, you're stagging on a man in a radio. I think, send them back to Bastion, give them a pizza, let them have a hot shower, steal some gym equipment, get a couple of bottles of cordial back to the PB, have 3 days.
Yeah,
do that. Do you know what I mean? I had a little bit of a touch when I went back to Bastion to do the line because we have 3 days in Bastion before we set off. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, that was enough to keep me going.
The other thing as well, mate, right, is once like 2 weeks, that's long enough to lose your acclimatization and you have something. So for anyone that's never been on deployment, right, you just get the feel of the ground, right? And the feel of the ground is very important. It's very like, it's a real like hard one to kind of explain. But if you like in your hometown, in your hometown what the vibe is of that town. Right? Every day you could walk out through your town and you just feel something if something's off. That's how it gets to be when you've been on the ground for a certain amount of time. And when you go away for 2 weeks, you lose that. And that and losing that feeling, that could get you killed when you come back. So I'm a big believer in scrapping R&R, mate. It's not worth it on a 6-month tour.
Mate, I know people that were in my PB who didn't even phone home once. They phoned home. Well, I tell her, like, he phoned home when he landed in Bastion. I've landed in Bastion. I'll see you in 6 months. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. No distractions. Yeah, no distractions.
It could be the best way of doing it, mate. I would say.
And honestly, he was a fucking. Oh, mate, he was a complete ninja. Yeah, that geezer. Yeah. Nathan Bennett. He didn't phone home when we was out on that tour.
Mate, I've always said people don't go out like if someone's married or something, then there's no helping it. But if you're a young lad, don't have a missus when you go on tour. It ain't gonna do you no fucking good.
I didn't have a missus, mate. I was a fucking I can't remember what it was. Do you know what it was? It's funny as fuck. This. Oh, this is bad. You know, like the local block rap. Just like cut about camp. The local fucking village girls and that.
Yeah.
Oh, honkers, mate. Stinking fucking hobos. There was a chick that was cutting about the block for a few days. You know what I mean? And then she fucking got my fucking BFBO address off a fucking MFO box that was in the block. Sent me a bluey. Right. Fucking ripped that up. Fuck that off. I was reading it in the PV and the boss was like, Robin home, a letter from home? And I was like, yes, boss. And he goes, who's that from? I was like, I looked around the blokes, like, girlfriend, sir. And he goes, right, when did you meet her? I was like, I met her in the block a couple of weeks before we came out here. He was like, what? I went, I'm only joking, boss. I'm joking. Mate,
the fucking,
he was spreaders. Story. He was like, you better be fucking joking.
That's a good boss impression you got there, though, mate. You could have been a.
Oh, mate, I do a good one of a Rupert.
That was a good infantry boss impression. That was.
I had the best boss. I mean, he wasn't the best boss, but he was the funniest. The best boss I had was when I was in phase 2 of my basic training, and we was on fucking Final X or something. I was in a basher with this geezer. He was a bit of a slow cunt, and obviously swift and bold.
But he had a degree.
Our regiment. No. The rifleman I was with.
Oh, sorry, the rifleman.
The boss was mega keen. Oh my god, his blood was DPM. He just loved it. And the geezer I was in a basher with, he was a bit fucking slow. Do you know what I mean? He was a few sandwiches short of a picnic, this poor cunt. But he was Final X, and he made it through to Final X on just like brute force, I think. And I'd had a fucking hot scarf, changed my socks, powdered my feet. Basher was up, ready to rock and roll, getting a bit of gunk. The boss comes around and goes, right, men. He's like, Rifleman, fucking whatever his name was, Rifleman Mongo. Have you had a hot scarf? He's like, not yet, sir, no. Have you changed your socks? Not yet, sir, no. Not yet. And he just went, Rifleman Mongo, you are too slow to be a rifleman, mate. Tactical. I fucking howled with laughter. I got fucking thrashed around the track plan. I was leprechaun around the track plan for fucking 45 minutes before the NCO was like, you've got to stop laughing. And so they asked me why I was laughing. I told the section commander why I was laughing. He was like, that's fucking funny. That's good. That's a good one.
Mate, do people know who Sharp is in the rifles? Do people still know Sharp?
I fucking hope so.
Yeah, because I talked to... So there's a young lad, he might be listening now, I forget his name, so I apologise for that. Actually, I don't, because he didn't know who Sharp is. Because he was like...
that guy, bro.
He said something like, so he's in 5 rifles, which is like armoured. And I was like, armoured rifles, I'm in an armoured battalion. I was like, I don't think Sharp would approve of that. He's like, who's Sharp? I'm like, what? What? How do you not know who Sharp is? Sharp is, if anyone doesn't know, the greatest soldier who ever existed in all armies, in all periods of time, in all galaxies in the fucking universe. Better known as Sean Bean. Check him out, you bastards. You got to fucking check him out, you bastards. Right, after you listen to this podcast, people, get on fucking Google fucking Sharp.
Google
Sean Bean Sharp. Shout out Bernard Cornwell. Shout out Sean Bean.
Sean Bean's
I fucking love him,
mate. The only reason I don't like Sean Bean is because he jacked on 007 in Goldeneye. I killed my boner, man. I killed my fucking boner, man.
But he's a legend. He is Boromir, though, mate. Sharp. He has the Horn of Gondor. He's fucking... He is sharp. He's had some fucking legend roles, Sean Bean has. In fact, you know what, mate? This is a good segue into the worlds of art and to the art world, this is.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
How did you, as a rifleman, go from being a rifleman to living in New York and being a hip-hop artist? And you model as well? Do you say model?
Yeah.
Full model in mix there as well?
Ford model. Shout out Ford Models. My fucking family out here, man. They made it all possible, man. Large up Ford Models and everyone involved. Dorian, fucking Karen, fucking Sam, fucking Lizzie, just plugging everyone here.
So how did it happen though, mate? Because it's not every day that someone like, let's be
Sabrina
honest, right?
as well, sorry.
Shout out Sabrina.
But yeah,
shout
out Sabrina as well.
Let's be honest, mate, right? When you're in the fucking army, especially in the infantry, the regimental careers management officer, his job is to go around and scare you into thinking that you can't leave the army because you'll never find a job. And then basically the job that the army reckons you can do when you leave are things like forklift driver, private security operator, all fucking great jobs. There's no such thing as a fucking bad job, in my opinion. If you're fucking working, you're working, right?
If you're working. But there's food on your table, bruv.
Exactly.
There's good work.
Exactly. But the fact is that not everybody goes on to become a hip hop artist and a model, right? So how the fuck did that happen, mate? Because obviously you mentioned you had the art side of things going on in school. Is it tied to that or what? How'd you make your path?
I think so. I mean, it was always in the cards for me. Do you know what I mean? I was always sort of musically gifted.
Right.
I played the drums since I was a young age. I was a 5-year-old drummer. And if there was ever any sort of like entertainment things that needed to happen, if I ever needed to like fucking roast any of the senior NCOs or any of the officers, they'd always
get on the old skits.
Get on it. Oh, you good? Go sit the block and write something funny about the boss. Roger. I mean, whatever. Do you know what I mean? I was always a bit of an entertainer in the army anyway. So it was always on the cards for me.
Yeah.
And then the modelling thing happened. I was always just like write bullshit little bars, whatever. And a couple of us would try to write rhymes in Afghanistan. It was all just proper shit. And then I'd always sort of been writing music and stuff like that. And I never really had the balls to kind of present it to anyone. And then the modelling thing kind of happened. I got sort of scouted and I just sort of fell into it. I was a good looking cunt for a couple of years. And then I got in touch with this publicist, got in touch with me and was like, look, I can help you with PR and that kind of stuff. And then he was like, I was like, okay, cool. When he said that to me, I was like, okay, cool. I might be able to say I've got, I do music. And then he said, his name's Tyson. Shout out Tyson, good lad. He's been with me since like I left the army. Like he's a good geezer. I still speak to him now. But then he said, I do PR for Krept and Conan. And anyone that knows like hip hop in the UK, you know that Krept and Conan are like two of the biggest artists in the country. So I was like, fuck, I'm not showing you none of my music. Mm-hmm. None of this stuff I've written, I'm not showing you nothing. And then one day I'd had nearly half a bottle of Zinfandel. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to show you what I've got. And he was like, he was like, fuck it, that's not bad. We'll put you in. And it kind of just, snowballed from there. I tried other jobs, when I left the army, I worked in a fucking office working for Xerox. I got fired after about 2 weeks because I sent a picture of two guys like I don't know if you remember that lemon party thing. Like I sent this basically, it's this that you spin me right round song with just two guys bumming each other. So like 300 different, I sent it to 300 computers in the office and the X button was like hovering so you couldn't click off. There was just 300 computers with this fucking gay porno going. I thought it was hilarious.
Classic day in the infantry. Yeah, day in the infantry. But like, no, unfortunately, mate, what you will learn in Civvy Street is that there's a very different code of conduct. Where it used to be all right to piss on your mate in the shower, now you can't send certain emails around.
Yeah, so they pulled me in the office. This is the funny part about it, right? They pulled me in the office and was like, right, look, we know you come from the army. Look, I know that's funny where you come from. It's not funny here. And they said to me, do not send inappropriate emails. I was like, okay, cool. So the next day, I thought it'd be funny to just print off 60 pieces of paper and hand them out to people.
Oh my God.
Of just the same fucking images. And they're like, right, get the fuck out of our office.
Well, you did as they said, though. It's like, motherfucker, it's like, you got to be more explicit on the rules. You
need to be a little bit more specific with what you want me to do or not to do. And then I worked for Safe Star UK, selling windows. I lasted 2 days until I went into some guy's house and I called him a cunt. And then they were like, mate, just fuck off. Just give us your dummy windows and just fuck off. And then that was me. I was like, all right, well then this is going to be a lot harder than I thought. But then, the music thing just kind of happened. And then I always fancied moving to America. I just thought it'd be, I tell you what, I don't make life easy for myself because it's like, I mean, like, and now obviously I live in New York. I'm in the backyard of where hip hop came from. Mm-hmm. I'm a British artist doing hip hop where it came from. So I'm at a massive disadvantage. But fuck it, man. I guess that's just the soldier mentality in me. I like to be up against it.
Yeah.
And I like to be kind of.
That's an interesting thing, though, mate. Go. So what are you saying?
No, I was going to say as well with like artistry as well. Like a good friend of mine who I was in Afghan with and I served with and I was in battalion with. His name's Chip Newbury and he was a Lance Jack and he's been out a couple of years now as well. And me and him are reading stuff that I've written. Mm-hmm. And then he started writing some stuff as well. And I'm like, fuck, don't tell anyone you've written this because it's a lot better than any of the shit I've written. And he listens to the podcast as well. And he was excited to know I was coming on today. So shout out Chip Newbury.
Shout out Chip.
And he's a fucking talented writer. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, well, this is really good shit. So it's good to see like people that have come out of the army or even maybe still in the army have been like, the arts is a way we
there's a lot of talented fucking people out there, man. Like I was hanging like the last weekend before I came back, I hung out with Rudy Reyes and Rudy Reyes, Paul de Gelder, friends of podcast, friends of mine, and we were hanging out and we were just talking about all these projects we were going on. And then one of them, like, you know, Paul was a fucking para and then a fucking Navy clearance diver. Rudy was, you know, recon marine. I was fucking stab grunt. And then we're like, but like we were just like, because I was talking to Rudy and I was like, oh yeah, this stuff always gets like suppressed when you're in the army because it's like not cool to be an artist or whatever. And he was actually, he brought up something really interesting. He's like, no, it wasn't like that in the recon marines. He's like, in recon, anyone that had like a talent, everyone was like really kind of like, people would like, you know, like kind of push you to pursue it. And I thought that was really fucking cool that they had that because like you get fucking chopped down, mate. My biggest haters with writing are other squaddies. They'll all tell me, because I'm from the TA, like I came from the TA, I don't have any right to talk about the army. You know, like my tours and stuff don't count for anything. And like I guarantee you, your biggest detractors will be from the well, what's he doing with tattoos and haircut like that? You know, some fucking fat rem for fucking saying like that, mate. It's sad. It's like that. 100%. It's the tall poppy syndrome. You know, you're trying to do your own thing, and it's like, you being an artist, or me being an artist, or someone being in private security or whatever. Doesn't mean that your decisions are any better than anyone else's. They're just your decisions.
They're just your decisions, they're just individual to you.
Like if someone wants to if someone wants to do whatever they want to do, great, good for them. Like it doesn't mean you're any better or any worse, but it's funny, mate, because it's like for some reason the art seems to attract a lot more criticism. You know, like
I think it's just a lot more open to criticism. I think people pipe up with their own opinions. I mean, to be quite honest with you, every single geezer that I served with that's listened to Confessions of a Soldier, which is obviously, it's my most popular song I've got out, but it's a lot more relevant. It's a much more relevant song to a lot more people. Every single person that I've spoke to that's served, that's been that's heard Confessions of a Soldier, has been like, fuck yeah.
It's fire.
I've even had people that I've never met. Message me on Instagram and be like, bro, this stopped me fucking jumping off a bridge or cutting my wrist or fucking, blowing my brains out. Yeah. And I'm just like, well, that's fucking great. Do you know what I mean?
It's a great track, mate.
And I really appreciate it. And listen to the podcast at the end and the beginning, you'll hear what's going on. Yeah. But yeah, fucking.
But no, mate, I have loads of people ask me about it. They're like, loads of people come and ask me about. They're like, what's that fucking track at the beginning? Beginning and the end. And the lyrics are great, mate. It's got the fucking. It's got a great fucking beat to it as well. But it's a great track, mate. But it's like you're like in the First World War and that. People used to fucking poetry was the way people got things out. Now it's now it can be hip, like it can be hip hop, and it's
same thing. It's poetry. It's poetry with a beat.
Yeah, and it's a message, mate. It's a story, and it's meaningful. It's a meaningful fucking story. I think it's great. Like anyone that hasn't, because what I'm going to do at the end of today's episode is play the full track. And any of you motherfuckers, don't go fucking ripping it out. Go to Spotify and listen so we get some fucking royalties.
If you want to rip it, just message me and I'll come out and I'll fucking fight your face off. It's all good. I don't give a shit. I'll come down and smash it.
I'm in the streaming business as well. I've had my first track come out now that I did with Ashley Wallbridge, a trash track. So I'm in the business of looking at fucking streams now as well.
Get it.
So anyone out there thinks you get rich from fucking music, right? You get I think it's 0.004 cents per stream in it or something like that on Spotify.
I've made fuck all.
Yeah, you don't make money from streaming, people.
Like, I made like 600 quid.
Yeah,
off like nearly 500,000 streams.
Yeah,
so
you need to make.
Think again if you think this is easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like, but I mean, it's interesting as well because coming from a military background where you just get you have to have a thick fucking skin, big time have a thick skin. It's like I come into this now here. Where like my management are like, okay, look, you're gonna have to like, and I was like, look, don't fucking put your foot around me. If it's, I can take it if you think it's shit. Like I'll just start again, and like it brings into this whole because I've got like my foot in two camps now. I got my foot in this like social media, fucking political correct kind of place, and then my other foot's in the camp where, do you know what I mean? Nobody's safe from ridicule. Do you know what I mean? Like you meet up with the boys and they're all fucking ripping you. Oh, Justin Bieber fucking want to be me. All this kind of shit. Do you know what I mean?
Which is just a sign that they love you. It's just a fucking
bro. I wouldn't like it any other way. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I think the biggest challenge I find being in this industry now is staying politically correct among people that are far too fucking sensitive.
But you know what's mad though, mate, is that like in hip hop, and I'm not playing the race card here, right? But like facts is facts. And like as a British white lad, you have to be a lot more politically correct than like someone from fucking Harlem who's not white lad that he can be. Because like a lot of hip hop lyrics are extremely fucking derogatory. I fucking like them because it's hip hop.
Fucking right, yeah. Fucking right.
Like the fact is that you can't get away with saying stuff that other artists can. You know, that's just a fact of life. It's a tough one though, mate, because it's like what the army's given you, like you said, is that thick skin. And that enables you to get into positions that a lot of other people might not want to do. Because like putting yourself out there, putting your work out there, being on a stage or just being out in media takes a fucking thick skin, mate. Like I don't know about you, mate. I would rather walk up to an IED than stand up in front of a group of people I will stand in front of a group of people on stage and talk, but I'll shit myself more doing that than I would do fucking looking for an IED. I don't know about you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't really like doing either of them. But, but I mean, yeah, it's like, again, like I said earlier on, it's like you put yourself in a position where you're up against it. Do you know what I mean? And it's like being politically correct is fucking challenging, man. It's fucking challenging.
Because the thing is, though, bro, it's like there's being a good person and then there's being politically correct. So it's not like you're like, oh, I'm not being politically correct. I forgot to take off my SS uniform today. It's just like you say, like we've said Mongo on this term, right? Some people will take offence to that. We're not meaning anything against Down syndromes or anything.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care.
So that's the
offended,
problem.
That's your problem.
Yeah, but it's like, and intentions are good, mate. The intentions are good.
Yeah.
But like, people will look for fucking something to hate on.
It's like calling someone a cunt in this country. Everyone gets right upset. But where I'm from, that's a term of endearment.
Yeah, mate.
Do you know what I mean? It's like it's just the way it is. You get offended by what I say. That's your fucking problem.
Yeah.
It's like that's one of the reasons I love battle rap, and the reason is because it's a place where you've got to go in and be as fucking disrespectful as you possibly can. And in this day and age, everyone will commend you on your clever wordplay, but the more disrespectful and the more hilarious, the better it is. People shake hands at the end and it's funny and everyone gets on and has a beer at the end.
A bit like rugby, it's like amazing. You smash each other and then just shake hands.
Exactly. Like if you can go into a position where, here's the thing, if it's a joke, you can't offend me. Mm-hmm. If it's funny, I laugh. It doesn't matter if it's about something to do with the army, it doesn't matter if it's something to do with, my upbringing, where I'm from, anything. If it's funny, I laugh. You can't offend me with a joke. Yeah. It's really that simple. And I think that's just been bred into me from just, you can't take life too fucking seriously. That's the thing I struggle with most in this new industry.
Well, bro, we all
staying like pleasing everybody else. I got to a point where I'm just like, fuck it. You don't like it? Go listen to someone else.
And the fact that people get offended about that means that they think in their minds that they are flawless and they don't have anything that's funny about them that's worth taking the piss out of. Every single one of us has character flaws or like something that's worth taking the piss out of, because none of us are fucking like, there's no such thing as a fucking perfect human. And it's like so let's fucking make jokes about it, because usually behind a joke is a grain of truth that maybe we needed to hear, and it's much better to hear. That's what my missus says. It's much better to hear. That's what my missus says. Yeah, well, she's fucking right, man.
She's fucking right. Like every time I make a joke about her, she's like, "That's not funny," and I'm like, "Why not?" She goes, and I was like, "No, I'm joking. She says, "Listen, there's truth in every joke." I'm like, "Shut up." But I mean, she's absolutely right.
But that's
she's
a good thing.
Absolutely right.
Like, so when I was in,
of course it is.
Actually, I'll fucking bring up Paul as well, because like when we were in, me and Paul were doing have a Skype chat. I packed on a bit of clay while I was in the States. I went up to I usually walk around about 190 and I was 207. So fair to say I packed on some fucking clay, all bought and paid for.
Oh, mate, you had some cheese on your chips.
Mate, I had cheese. I had cheese on me cheese, mate. And then I stood up in front of the Skype. I come back from bathroom. Paul goes, "You're getting a bit of a dead bod, mate." And it was just, he said it with a smile on his face. And I was like, but I knew I was. I already knew I was. And I was like, you know what? He's right. I need to start fucking hitting the gym again, or working out. Well, the gym had closed. I need to start working out at home. And since then, I've cried myself to sleep every night, but I've lost 11 pounds. No, but I've lost 11 pounds since then. And but what I already knew that in my head. But my mate, with one little joke, just made me go, all right, it is time to get to work, isn't it? And that's the thing about banter. That's the thing about banter, mate. It's like, It gets you through. It can fucking
get you off your ass as well.
Yes, mate. It's a good fucking thing. It didn't develop for no reason, right? Like, I've always said as well, mate, how are you supposed to, like, let's take it back to the army. if you can't piss on your mate in the shower, how are you going to fucking hold on to his fucking stump of a leg?
When when it really matters.
Yeah, like there's reasons that all these things are developing, and people are very quick to throw them under the bus. But it's like, look, in the name of political correctness. But it's like, well, these things are there for a reason. Blokes didn't. Well, maybe Mortal Platoon did, but most blokes did not start just pissing on each other just for the sake of it.
I mean, it's just that like I say again, that is the biggest challenge I find in this day and age. Like going into fucking do press or whatever, some big wig event, you know, and I'm wearing fucking a ripped t-shirt, smoking in the wrong place, saying fuck to the wrong person.
Well, I think you've got to go one way or the other, mate, haven't you? You've got to go all in on political correctness, so you've got to just go all out of it. Because if you try and walk the tightrope, you'll get fucked.
You'll get fucking bent over and spanked. I think it's just people are far too fucking sensitive. Like I'm a nice person. Do you know what I mean? I'm a good-hearted geezer. I'm, you know, I'm not in any way, shape, or form.
You got coronavirus. He coughed.
Bring it on. Fuck you, lot. Bring it on. I'll come around and cough in your face. But I mean, yeah, I can't be fucked to give a fuck anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm going into this now. I'm far too old to be starting in a music career. I ain't got any time to please anybody. I'm, you know, gonna do what I need to do, and then if you like it, then great. If you don't, then you can go and fuck yourself. Quite honestly, but it's just, you know, I don't know. I'm not really feeling that that's a disadvantage, though.
It's not.
Do you know what I mean?
It's not a disadvantage.
Like, do you ever think that like the way that the military shaped you gives you an advantage over so many people in City Street?
Massively, mate. Like as much
but in
as
so many ways that you like that. Like you think about it like this. Like, do you see like the smallest little things? Not just like with a thick skin or like, you know, your discipline in certain areas of life, but just like even in. Do you ever feel like your confidence in what you're talking about?
Yeah, I'll give you an example, mate. I'll give you an example for one for art is deadlines. So the military, right? If you're told to be somewhere, we all have this 5 minutes before thing, right? And we have the idea that like if you are fucking told to be somewhere at a certain time, you're going to be there, and if you're not, you're racked. So in writing,
if you're not 5 minutes early, you're 5 minutes late.
And in writing, it's pretty much accepted by the publishers that most writers will miss their deadlines. It's like a fucking accepted thing. Like, to me, the idea of missing a deadline is just unthinkable because we've been trained to, you have a fucking time. H hour is this fucking time. H hour is this fucking time. You don't go, oh, now I need an extra couple. No, that was H hour. If you don't go to bed.
I've not done my gas files. Can I have another 20 minutes?
If you don't go to bed, you don't go to bed. You know, so I think that, like, there's little things like that I really am thankful. I really am thankful to the military for, mate. The other thing definitely. As well is, like, when I see these fucking memes about, like fucking like people crying over writing, going like, oh, you know it's a good day's writing when you've been crying all day or some bullshit like that. I just think like, mate, you don't know what a fucking hard day at the office is. Like what was so hard about it? The fact that you've been chain fucking smashing brews all day, or like
chain smashing brews in a nice cozy fucking office.
Yeah, exactly, mate. You're writing. You're making up stuff. Like if you're a hip hop artist, or if you're you write novels or whatever. You're getting paid to make stuff. You're just getting paid to make up stuff. Like, is there any, like, when you think about it, is there any easier job than just making up stories? Like,
bro, let me tell you, the amount of credit I got for Confessions of a Soldier, I wrote my thoughts down and made every other word rhyme. Yeah. Done. Like, yeah, it made changed lots of people's lives. Yeah. Great. I'm glad it helped everybody that, you know. Mm-hmm.
But the fact is about that, though, mate, it's not the time of writing it that matters. It's the form. Like, there was a 6-month tour that went into forming those thoughts.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about, like...
That's true. That's very true. That's
like, all the tracks I've written, mate, like, I'll write a book and I wrote a new TV pilot recently that we got big hopes for. We got it out with some producers at the moment, and I think we'll get the motherfucker made, touch fucking wood. But I wrote it in a day. But that is a culmination of probably a couple of years of bouncing the idea around. And then one day, I slept for 30 hours. I didn't. This isn't off bars or anything. This is like fucking. I came back from the States. I slept for 30 hours, mate. I woke up with this fully formed idea.
Eureka.
I sat down,
Yeah.
fucking smashed it. Yes, have I edited it? Of course I've edited it. But the
Of course,
the characters haven't changed, the story hasn't changed. But that was from years of bouncing it around, researching other things, watching, reading this book about fucking cartels, reading this book about this book about that, talking to producers, and then one day, boom, it comes out, mate.
Shit up.
That's
That is so true. I hadn't really thought about it like that. Like, yeah, Confessions of a Soldier took me 50 minutes to write, but it was a 6 month of blood, sweat, and tears of getting, creating that, image in my brain to write it down. And I hadn't really thought about it like that. But I mean, I think as well with like my art and stuff as well, it's weird. Confessions of a Soldier isn't my song anymore. It's other people's song. I mean, if it helped, as soon as it's like Ed Sheeran said, he puts out, a song. As soon as he puts it out, that becomes people's first wedding song. It becomes it becomes other people's song. Do you know what I mean? It becomes their thing that they can turn to. Do you know what I mean? And I really resonated with that pretty like hard, because it's not like it's, I don't know, like it, because again, like that confession song, it doesn't mean it's not. It's more about mental health. It's just about my experience with it that just happens to be about talk.
Yeah.
But then other people can relate to it in different ways and different formats and stuff like that. So it's like, I suppose that's the power of art. People can relate to it in their own way. But I mean, yeah, it's a weird one, man.
I think it's great, mate. Like recognizing that, and you know what though, it's also essential, because if you try and you can't put something out into the world and then try and hold on to it as your fucking baby. Because you can't do you can't have that you can't have both of that. Like if you are the idea that you can put work out and not get criticized by it. Like if you put something out, there's billions of people on this planet. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to hate it. And if you're putting out something that everyone's like meh about, then it wasn't worth putting out. You know what I mean? Like, so there's no point in doing it.
You're absolutely right.
But like,
I've always said as well, like, I always go to my missus for a review on like my work, and she's like, "Why are you coming to me? I don't know nothing about music." And I was like, "Exactly. As a consumer, you need a consumer's point of view."
Yeah.
And she's really good. She's really honest with me. She goes, "That's shit. Put that away."
You've got to have some mates and that who you can trust for an unbiased opinion. I'm going through one at the moment. I've got a book that I'm going to self-publish. I've been putting out to publishers for the first time, and this is, again, it's like, you can look at this as like a coming up against failure thing. For the first time, I think I've done 10 books now. For the first time, publishers don't want to buy the book. And that's never happened to me before. But I sent it to some of my mates who I really trust, I really trust with their opinion. They're successful artists themselves, and they're like, I love the book. That is what they say. So like in that case, I've been like, well, you know what? Like, I thought it was a good book. They thought it was a good book. Got to back myself and do it. But
and do your own thing, yeah.
But there is that thing as well. At the same time, like I had it the other day with this new TV pilot. One of my mate gave me notes on it, and I was like, fuck, he's fucking right. It could be better by doing this, and you have to be willing to accept that.
If you can't accept criticism, then you just shouldn't be in this game.
Yeah, but again, mate, that's what the fuck. It's a lot easier to accept criticism when your criticism used to come with someone screaming an inch from your face and spitting all over.
Fucking fact, yeah. When someone's like, "Well, maybe you could just maybe," it's a lot easier.
Mate, I tell you what, this
horrendous staff sergeant just grilling you from every angle.
Mate, this will blow your mind. I got told by someone working in the publishing industry that they actually have they get given lectures and stuff on like author care, where they basically this is how you fucking treat the ego of an author so that you don't fucking offend them, and they go because like. Thing is, mate, what we do, like, yes, like this podcast right now, hopefully it'll help somebody. Your song Confessions has helped someone. Brothers in Arms, I hope it'll help someone. Most of what we put out, though, is not changing people's lives that drastically. There'll be a couple of pieces of work, if you're lucky as an artist, that will change people's lives in a positive way. Most of it is just entertaining people. Just entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Absolutely.
So people need to get off the fucking high horse about it.
Absolutely. And that's another thing that confuses me about when people used to they used to roast you about listening, being a musician and being a singer and being a rapper in the army and that. And they go back to their block and they start squaring their kit away and they stick some music on.
Yeah, like where did that music come from, mate? Like it didn't fucking just appear on you. It didn't appear on your radio. That's someone that had to grab.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like someone that's gone to the fucking effort of doing that, and you going there, you're sitting there with your fucking V-neck on and your Fred Perry plimsolls and your fucking, jeans with the tracksuit bottom cuff going, tune.
Yeah.
You're in Oceanos on a fucking Thursday.
Oceanos, mate.
Mate, we had some fucking tear-ups in Oceanos. We did like pair section, the pair try maneuver towards the bathroom once and just like knocked over anyone that got in our way.
Yeah.
I don't know why we did that, to be honest.
Because you were fucking young idiot squaddy, mate.
Because we were fucking idiots. We're like, right, pairs fire maneuver towards the bathroom and just
every now and again, mate,
that's in the way.
You'll be in Vegas or something and you'll see a group doing it and you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember those days. I remember those days, boys. But like fucking,
I don't even like going out anymore.
Oh mate, speak for yourself.
Clubs.
I'm fucking gagging to get in a fucking club. Gagging. But
Mate,
the thing is though, mate, you're talking about bottle service clubs and stuff like that. Cause, I'm talking about Motion Bristol or something. That's what I'm talking about, mate. Fucking right. I cannot wait to get in there, come out drenched in fucking sweat. My jaw will be on another fucking plane of existence. Like I cannot fucking wait for that to happen,
mate,
and fucking get back to festivals and stuff. But like, mate,
I just can't stand the fucking idiots.
Well, the bottle service clubs, I agree, mate. Bottle service clubs and that, I'm not asked about going.
Stupid fucking idiot chicks. They're like, "Who's your agent?" Get the fuck out of my face! Stop talking shit to me, bro.
Agent penis.
You don't know me. You're a fucking dickhead, mate. Talking shit to me with your fucking Chihuahua and your Lululemons and your fucking Starbucks. Get the fuck away from me, you dickhead.
Good point of view, Sean.
That's it, yeah. Fuck those girls, man. And fuck those girls that look like guys, that, you know, those same guys that fucking get spray tans and fucking, you're all dickheads. Fuck you guys. Fucking Instagram models. You're all wankers.
Do you want to say something positive to finish up?
Yeah, I'm positive about my feelings about them idiots.
Yeah.
Nah, fucking, yeah. I want to just say thanks for fucking having me on the show. Shout out everybody that I've already shouted out. Everyone at 4 Models. Shout out Chip Newbury. Shout out Kieran Haywood. Large up everyone in the rifles. Large up everyone still serving. Large up every veteran. Shout out everybody. Hold tight everybody that listens and supports both you and me. Yeah.
And where can they find you, mate? Where can people find you online? I'll tag you up and everything as well. But where can you just...
Yeah, nice. You can find me at Babyface James _ on Instagram, on Twitter. I don't really use Twitter, but go nuts. Do what you want.
Too
Tweet
fucking
me,
toxic,
abuse me.
mate. Too toxic.
Abuse me. Give a shit. I'll fucking come on your ass and fight you. Nah, you can find me on Babyface James _ everywhere. Babyface James on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever platform you might use, YouTube. I'm going to be starting a new subscription-based thing as well. It's called Wave, so you can like ride my waves. So I'll be like little like lifestyle stuff, day in the life stuff, you know, stuff with my missus, stuff with my friends.
Well, hang on, what do you mean stuff with your missus? Because a lot of people starting OnlyFans right now, mate.
That stuff is fucking weird, man. I'm not. I had a meeting with these people on the phone the other day. I had a conference call with them. And they were like, "Yeah, it's not like OnlyFans. You can be very clear on that." But no, yeah, like little, like you know, like little kind of like little Q&As with my missus and that.
Yeah.
Just writing sessions, studio sessions. So like you know, lots of things to sort of see behind the scenes of what we're up to.
Good shit, man. Like anyone out there listening, anyone out there, young or old, listening. Who wants to fucking, if you want to be fucking get into music, if you want to get into writing, if you want to get into storytelling, whatever, like, fucking subscribe to that service. Like, I'm actually got some stuff coming out now. There's people out there to learn from. So don't be thinking that just because you don't know anyone personally in these industries that you can't learn. I didn't know anyone doing my thing. I'm sure you didn't know anyone either, man.
Didn't know nobody. And that's another great thing about it as well. We're gonna have like little competitions every month, like getting involved, come to the studio, writing sessions, you know what I mean, like get on a track, all that kind of stuff. So involving people that are supporting, involving fans, involving supporters, and everything that we're doing. But yeah. Stay in contact with everything that we're doing, both me and obviously Jonesy.
Yeah, that's sweet. Stay in school, kids. Actually, no, you're not in school right now, are you? Stay at home. Stay in school. Yeah.
Get yourself down a fucking careers office. Get a real job.
Wash your fucking hands. Wash your balls. Mate, cheers for coming on. Let's do another one soon, mate.
Definitely,
let's
mate.
do another soon. And hopefully we're going to have a project to tell people about soon as well. Once this fucking madness is finished. We keep that one in the wraps. But like, we have things cooking. That's what I would say to people as well, mate. If you want to be... Fucking get as many collabs going as you can with people because and your work is so much more fucking fun and meaningful when you're doing it with other people.
With other people. And last little message I'll say to anyone listening, young or old, if you've got if you think it's going to be tough or you can't do it, I am the fucking living proof that you can come from anywhere and do anything.
Yes, sir.
Except fly without a squirrel suit. But don't start jumping off.
Well, you can do that, mate. You can only do it once, though. That's the only problem.
Yeah, exactly. You only go in one direction. But yeah, Josie, thanks for having me on the show, mate. Appreciate you. Mad love.
Cheers for coming in, mate. And cheers for everyone listening. And guys, checking on each other, checking on your brothers, checking on your war brothers, your war sisters, checking on everyone right now. Pick up the phone when you finish this episode right now. Pick up a fucking phone.
Buddy check.
Call somebody. Buddy check. Let's fucking look after each other in this time. Alex, cheers, mate. And everyone listening, thank you. I love you all. And catch you next time.
Listen. Shout out Teaser. You told me not to worry, and you wouldn't break my heart. You told me you were sorry, yeah, my whole world fell apart. You said it's not my fault, and yeah, I've never done you wrong. I'm grinding to a halt, now I can see you're moving on. I promised I'd get better, and I told you things would change. You keep me to the gutter, yeah, I'll never be the same. I've gotta let you go, now live your life and spread your wings. And yeah, you put on quite a show, and pulled the puppet strings. And are you sure that you don't want me? Remember all the pain, or maybe you should thank me. It's your loss and my gain. I'm leaving now forever, I won't hang my head in shame. But yeah, you've taken me for granted, and you should feel ashamed. You sold a dream to all of us, a dream that we'd all die for, a reason for us all to live and something we could fight for. I might just help a man up to his feet or hold a newborn, but no matter what I do, my hands remembering my rifle, yeah.
Life's hard, I know that, still wouldn't change shit. I wouldn't go back, yeah, I wouldn't go back. Feelings I hold back, memories fade, yeah, they go fast, yeah, they go fast. Good times to come and go, survive the highs and lows, just take it step by step, I guess, yeah, I suppose. Good times to come and go, survive the highs and lows, just take it step by step, I guess, yeah, I suppose.
It's time to speak the truth now and let me get this amplified. Not holding back, no one personifying terrified. I thought I had the knowledge, what it takes to save a life, until I lost 3 friends in 1 week to suicide. Now let me ask you this, do you think you could sleep at night? Depression is consuming you, your happiness seems out of sight. I'm putting up a fight, I'm screaming out these battle cries. I'm just a lonely soul, a man amongst the men that died. I lost my faith in everything and sat down with the devil. Spoke with him for hours, yeah, he made it sound so simple. I don't know how it got this bad, I guess it's accidental. But before I knew it, I had a gun up to my temple. I was ready to end it and call upon the curtain. No amount of drugs or alcohol could take away the hurting. I couldn't see another way out and it wasn't working. As I cocked the gun to my head, the devil started smirking. I looked at him confused about his motive and direction. Yeah, it hit me, I've been looking at myself, it's my reflection. I won't forget it, that feeling of acceptance. I can be the guy that's looking back with knowledge as my weapon. Cause it's inside of you and it's inside of me. The real killer in depression is to suffer silently. The journey's rough, the road is long. You've just got to accept you haven't got to see the whole staircase, just the first step. And have you ever felt to pack your bags and run away? The black sheep of your family, an outcast or a lonely stray. But let me tell you now, it's normal if you feel that way. You wanna leave the shit behind and go and find a happy place. What if I told you the real thrill is in the chase? No matter how fast you can run, you'll never find a hiding place. I've lived the story that I'm telling, I know talk is cheap. I'm living 8 stories up, but I'm 100 deep. I said in Superman I'd live and laugh and dance for days until the day my casket lays. It's hard up in these darker days. We focus on the latest craze and cloud our minds with purple haze, trying to understand the reason why our birth takes place. I'm near the end now, and I guess it's time for closure. I've lowered the gun from my head, returned it to the holster. I'm strong enough to carry on with weight upon my shoulders. My letter to the world, confessions of a soldier, yeah.
Life's hard, I know that, still wouldn't change shit. I wouldn't go back, yeah, I wouldn't go back. Feelings I hold back, memories fade, yeah, they go fast, yeah, they go fast. Good times to come and go, survive the highs and lows, just take it step by step, I guess, yeah, I suppose. Good times to come and go, survive the highs and lows, just take it step by step, I guess, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Rest in peace to every single man that I've lost. Swift and bold forever, BB4E, DFT. For our tomorrow, they gave that today. See you at that final reorg. When one war ends, another one begins. Hey Yuri, lock that off, bro.